In major developments overseas, the U.S. Coast Guard confirms what many in the submergence or deep sea exploration community knew Monday: a catastrophic implosion that instantaneously killed and blasted all five-man crew inside into bits and pieces. Meanwhile, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in his official state, paid a visit to democracy's most famous home, joined U.S. President Joe Biden in a rare media face-off, and broke bread with the first couple and guests in a state dinner held in his honor. These and more in tonight's Foreign News Roundup by Charms Espina.
Death came instantly without any of the five-man crew inside the submersible knowing what was happening when the vehicle imploded violently, some 2,000 feet short of the bottom floor on its descent to the Titanic wreckage. U.S. Coast Guard Rear Admiral John Maurer said yesterday a remotely operated vehicle, or ROV, dispatched to the area of the Titanic wreckage, found the tail of the submersible carrying the five-man crew some 1,600 feet away from where the Titanic's bow lay. Hollywood director and deep-sea exploration expert James Cameron said he and his colleagues and friends in the closely knit submergence group intuitively knew of the fatal blast upon learning of the Navy's report and how the submersible lost all communications and tracking simultaneously before the vehicle imploded. Meanwhile, Indian Prime Minister Modi filled out his Washington, D.C. itinerary with his address of a joint session of Congress earlier in the day, and then joining U.S. President Joe Biden for a rare face-off with the Indian and U.S. media. He defended his government's brand of democracy amidst accusations of religious intolerance and a shaky adherence to freedom of speech. Even more, Modi hailed democracy as practiced by the United States and India and how it is deeply ingrained in both countries' DNA. And in Greece, hundreds of protesters marched towards the Greek Coast Guard headquarters and the EU's border agency Frontex, holding banners that read "Murderers." Greece's deadliest migrant shipwreck has ignited complaints and charges against authorities who allegedly did little to help or intervene in what was clearly a worsening crisis in the high seas since the migrant boat from Libya carrying 750 was spotted on June 13th. The United Nations and human rights groups are calling for a probe, especially after testimonies from survivors contradict Greek Coast Guard statements on how events unfolded before the ship sank. This is Charms Espina for The Nation.